Uh, Welcome, guys. Uh, this is the second part of lesson number 5. In this lesson, I'm going to talk about the printf statement. This one. Okay. So, printf statement is actually not part of the C programming language. It is part of a library called stdio.h, something that we have included in this program. Okay, this one. So the printf function or the statement is used to uh, output on the screen strings. Anything you want, you can output on the screen using printf. It basically takes parameters. The first parameter it takes is a string. It takes a string and it outputs whatever is there in the string as it is, except for uh, characters which have come after a percentage. These are called format specifiers. What format specifier means is that these these two characters will be replaced by the value in this variable. So this format specifier will be replaced by dollar. The second one will be replaced by this variable rupee, whatever is there in the variable rupee. And when you say %d, what you're saying is that you're printing an integer. Okay. Let us look at other format specifiers. These are the other format specifiers. I have not listed all the format specifiers that are in C. I have just listed the most important ones that we use. Okay. When you say %d, right, it means an integer. When you say %c, means you are printing a character. Character can be numeric constants like 1, 2, 3, or characters, alphabets like A, B, C, D, capital and small. Okay, and we have an ASCII character set. We will go through the ASCII character set pretty soon in the next 2 or 3 lessons. Okay, and what %f means float. What float means is when you're trying to print decimal points, something like this, numbers with decimal points. This is of type float. And when you say %s, you're saying that you're trying to print string. Okay, what a string is, anything between 2 double quotes is a string, or you can have strings in variables. Okay, this is all I had to talk about format specifiers. Now let's look at the program. Let's execute it and I'll show you how we can improve it much better. Okay, so I already executed, so let me just compile it again and execute it. As you see, right, the dollar value is 42.3, but what we are actually printing is just 42, 84, 126 and 168. This is not accurate, so what we have to be printing is 42.3, 84.6 and the like. Okay, so let's make sure that we print the right things. So why are we printing that way? Very simple. What we are saying when you say %d, we are saying it's an integer. Okay, so what we have to say, it's a float. We are printing something with floating point. Okay, so we say percentage. Okay, so now very simple, right? We are okay. It's still, see, the dollar is still an integer. What we are printing, rupee, is a float. Okay, and now rupee, we are printing float, but rupee is of still type int. Okay, so let's change that. Let's change it to float. So actually there are different data types like int, float, char, long, double and all that. We're going to go over the data types and variable declarations and all that in the next 2 or 3 lessons, I promise. Not only now rupee is float, now as we see this arithmetic expression, right, now rupee is float, and both dollar and exchange rate are integers. So when we multiply an integer and an integer, there is no way we can get a float, because see, let's dollar is 1 and exchange rate is 42.3, but it is stored as an integer. What is stored as 42.0? So when you print 1 into 42.0, it's always 42. You cannot get 42.3. So let's put this exchange rate as also float. Now let's hope that it will print properly. Okay, so let's save the program. I've saved it right now using Control S, and let's compile it. And let's run it. Okay, so as you see, right, we are getting 42.299999. Why is it happening? Actually, a very simple reason. You see. If you can look at this part of the program, we're just saying %f. So what it is printing is it's printing a lot of decimal places. What we really want to say is you print here, we are just saying %f, so it doesn't know exactly how many decimals to print. So what we really want to say is asking you to print only 2 decimal places. Okay, so this is how we specify only 2 decimal places, just 0.2. So let's save it and see how the program works. Cool. See how it is: 42.30, 84.6, 126.9, and 169.20. So that will get you a exact result. But as you see, right, the program is not looking all that good because all these things are not right justified. So let's just right justify these things. So it's actually very simple. So you just say that you print an integer with 6 spaces, but start from right, and this is how you specify that. You say 6D, and you say that for float is exactly the same thing. You print in 6 places and start from right, and then at right print 2 decimal places. Okay, so that's what we have told. Let's save the program and let's run it again. As you see, now the program looks much better, and all the values are neatly right justified. Okay, before I end this lesson 5, I would want to finish with this thing. I want to finish with this thing. Before I really end it, I would want to finish with this thing. See, whenever you write a program and you have an output, just make sure that your output is right, very neatly formatted, because nobody sees your program. It's the output that people see. So it's always important that the output is really very good. So take all care to have your output neatly formatted and neatly presented, and presentation is extremely important. With this, I'll come to the end of lesson 5. Okay, goodbye.